name is Katie Rowe, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about littering, why it's bad, and ways to prevent littering. So, as stated by dictionary.com, an externality is the cost or benefit that affects a party who did not choose to incur that cost or benefit. So, an external cost is a negative externality that negatively affects the third party, and an external benefit is a positive externality that benefits the third party. So the external cost I'm going to be talking to you guys about is littering. In terms of littering, the buyer would be anyone who's purchasing items that end up being littered. The seller would be anyone or any company providing and selling these objects that end up being littered. And the third party in this situation would be the entire population, because everyone in the world is affected by littering. So everyone knows what littering is, but it's basically just to throw your used objects on the ground and have someone else pick them up for you. Littering is disposed in improper ways or in inappropriate places, and the most common items that are littered are food products, tobacco products, and drinks. States have to spend up to millions of dollars each year to clean up litter that's left across the world. And according to state legislatures, each state has different laws and regulations about littering, and each state has different penalties depending on the amount littered or where it's at or what objects are being littered. Some states care more about the amount of litter being left on the ground, while other states care about the different objects being littered. Even though there are laws about littering and there are punishments when you litter, it doesn't seem to prevent the population from leaving their trash on the ground. I believe it's not harsh enough because people don't even think twice before throwing their cup on the ground or something. So there's a research study on littering, and it showed that 75% of people admitted to littering in the last 5 years. So littering is an external cost because it is affecting the environment in a negative way. Most people litter because they're unaware of the effect they're causing on the environment. And so the greatest amount of litter in the world right now is in the Pacific Ocean, and it is 2 times the size of Texas. So even though litter is gross, obviously, it can contain bacteria and harmful diseases. If animals were to eat the litter or anything, they can contract these bacteria and diseases and give them to other animals, which can also kill them. If plastic or other bigger items are dropped on the ground, small animals can also climb into these objects, get stuck, and starve to death. When hazardous items are littered, they can seep into the ground and cause our water to be polluted. So, according to the Department of Public Safety, the #1 most littered item in the U.S. is cigarette butts. Even though cigarette butts are very tiny, they are very harmful to the environment. They can negatively affect the soil and water we drink because of the many harmful chemicals contained in them. So this just shows that even if you don't smoke, cigarettes can negatively affect the way you live. Longwood.edu stated that about 900 people die each year from cigarette butt littering. And so behind cigarette butts, the second most littered item is plastic, food, and drink containers. These plastic objects are much larger than cigarette butts, so it makes the total amount of litter in the world much larger. Pedestrians are not the only people who litter. Garbage trucks also can litter too, because some household trash can fall out of the back of their truck, or loading docks can litter, and also storage trucks that drive with their loads uncovered. There are many ways that you can prevent litter. The #1 thing you can do is just to stop littering. If one person stops littering, it can influence other people around them to find a trash can as well and not just leave their stuff on the ground. Another thing you can do is put the lids on your trash cans. If you have lids on your trash cans, and also if you secure your trash bags tightly, then that'll prevent from the wind blowing all your trash out into the ground. It'll prevent it that way. Major events that cause a lot of litter in the world is carnivals and festivals and big events like that, because there are many people there. So something they can do to prevent more litter at those kind of situations are just have more trash cans sporadically placed around the area, so more people are, if they're likely to see a trash can close by, they'll be more likely to put it in the trash can instead of just leaving it on the ground and walking away. Something else you can do is to volunteer at a community organization that helps clean up the world. But if volunteering doesn't sound like something you'd like to do, even if you're just walking down the road and you pick up a piece of trash off the sidewalk, it would greatly influence the amount of litter in the world. So I believe that laws need to be made more stricter because obviously people don't obey the laws, they just drop their stuff wherever they want. So if laws are made more stricter, it will make people think twice before they litter. Also, I think people should be more educated about litter because if people are more aware of the harm they are doing to the environment when they're leaving their items on the ground, then they would be less likely to put them there in the first place. So since I've now told you more about littering and the effects it can have on the environment and ways that you can do to prevent more litter, hopefully we will lessen the amount of litter in the world so we can live in a healthier and cleaner environment. Thank you.